Hello students. Now in this video we are going to discuss about concept of formation of image by using plane mirror or in plane mirror. There are various type of objects which start to emit the light rays light rays fall on the mirror and reflected back, and by using this we see the image of the object just behind the mirror. How this thing happen? We are going to use some ray diagrams. These diagrams are known as your ray diagrams in optics. We are going to use ray diagrams for the formation of different type of object. Our first part, if the object is a point source of light. If an object is a point source of light, then how image is formed? Let's start. Sorry for disturbance, my some shadow is there. Okay, now come to the point. Suppose there is a point source P. There is a point source P and various light ray emitted from this one. We choose any two light ray from a point source. So a light ray from point source P, two light rays emitted and fall on the mirror. Incident on the mirror or fall on the mirror. After reflection, they reflected back in the same media. And when we see this, we obtained an image P dash just behind the mirror, and also that P dash image of object P is equal distance from the mirror. So how we draw this ray diagram? So first we take the measurement. This is 1 to 8 equal measurement is there. Now how we draw? We some draw and some incident one. Now by using scale, let me come to this side, then you can draw easily. Now this, we choose this ray, place a point over here and produce the reflected ray backward by using dotted line. Clear? Similarly, we used for this ray also. Produce the now this is your image for P dash. Now let's discuss the formation of image, the process of formation of image. Clear? Now from a point source P, two light ray emitted and fall on the mirror and reflected in the same media. And this is divergent beam of light ray. This one is divergent, and after reflection this becomes more divergent, but they never meet at any place. But when we produce backward behind the mirror, plane mirror, we found that at a place P, these two reflected ray meet. This point is known as P dash, and this is the place where we obtain the image. Always remember that image object distance means distance of object from the mirror is always equal to the distance of image from the mirror. So this is your formation of image. In book it is written over there. Consider a point source P, two light ray emitted from P fall incidence on the mirror and reflected by using laws of reflection. When we produce these reflected ray backward, they meet at some point. This point is known as your P dash, and this is the place of image. So this is for point source of light. What happen if this is extended source of light? Let's discuss. Now this is the figure of extended source of light. Suppose there is extended source PQ, like a tube light. PQ is there. So this source emitting light from throughout the measurement of PQ. For showing it here, we use only two endpoints that they are P and Q. So two light ray emitted from P for incidence on the mirror and get reflected back. These are divergent beam, so after reflection they become a divergent one. But when we produce these divergent reflected beam backward, they meet at point P dash. So this P dash is the image of P. Clear? Now whenever two light rays emit from other endpoint Q, fall on the mirror, they reflected in the same media by in both the reflection laws of reflection strictly followed. Then divergent rays after reflection become a divergent reflected ray. When we produce backward, they meet at some point. We say that this point is the image of point Q. It is your Q dash. So these two are the points where we found the image of PQ. It's a P dash Q dash. So this is the formation of image of your extended source of object. Ray diagrams are most important. Hope you learn how to draw the diagram by previous image. Same way we can draw the image. First we draw two incident ray, then take the measurement of this distance and place a point over here. By using this point and this point we draw the lines. Clear? Accordingly. This is the formation of image by using plane mirror. Now hope all these things are clear. Now there are some properties. That properties means what? Characteristics of image formed by plane mirror. Characteristics or properties. What are characteristics? Characteristics of image formed in a plane mirror. First one, they are virtual, they are not real, they are virtual. Virtual means not practically available, means we are unable to see these points on a screen. Clear? They are just behind the mirror, so we are unable to touch the image, so they are virtual. Second, same size. In case of plane mirror, we have image is always same size of the image. Size is equal to object size. Clear? Third one, in case of plane mirror, image is laterally inverted. Clear? Virtual, laterally inverted, or same size. And yes, object distance is always equals to image distance. So these are four properties. And the last one is always you found that image is erect, straight, not inverted. Clear? So in case of plane mirror, image is always erect. So this we discuss in this video. Now rest of the topic we discuss in next video, and that is the last video for your light energy topic. That's all for today. Thank you. Hello students. So now our next topic is reflecting periscope. What is the meaning of reflecting? The reflecting means those who reflect the ray of light. Periscope. This is a type of equipment by using which we can see the object. They are above at height or just below some height. Means they are either above than our level or below than our level. Then we can easily say by using this, usually see the objects by using this device. This is a simple diagram of your periscope. In this device we have two mirror, M1 and M2. These two mirrors are parallel to each other. Mirrors are parallel to each other and placed in a wooden tube, maybe wooden, maybe plastic, whatever it is. Material is not about concern. About our concern is these two mirrors are fitted in a box, so that either box or pipe, so that they are parallel to each other, as well as they make 45-degree angle. These angles, 45-degree angle with the surface of the pipe or box or tube, whatever you want, 45-degree angle. Now what happened, suppose we are placed at here, our eye is at here, suppose I am writing the name using black ink. Suppose we are seeing by this place, this is our eye, clear? So an object is above some height, clear? So what happened, light ray, I am using some rough diagram, light ray enter, this is your opening is there now. So light ray enter by using this, I have to use a scale, wait for a minute. Now light ray enters through this is the in and hit the mirror M1, and when it hit the mirror M1, light ray reflected and turn, it is 45-degree angle, so turn downward, so that light ray again reflect, again hit the mirror, it's the second mirror, and again from second mirror this light ray reflected and moved towards our eye. This is the simple brief concept, though my diagram is not perfect, that's why there is a gap at this place. Actually we have to use 45-degree angle at this one, then we have a perfect figure. In this case this mirror is not at 45-degree angle, it's near about 50 and 40, that's why our ray, this ray after second reflection not at a proper place, but that doesn't matter. This is the construction and working of periscope. Always remember that principle of periscope is reflection of light. Principle is reflection of light. Many places question asked to you, what is the principle of periscope? Principle of periscope is reflection of light. We use reflection of light to see the object at a higher place, clear? So this is the concept of reflecting periscope. Now our next point is difference between images, real image and virtual image. Always remember that. Now our next topic is real difference, or what are real image and virtual image. Real image and virtual image. What are these two types of image? These are the types of image. In real image, always remember, real image taken on screen means we can suppose we can see the image on screen. That is not about your television screen or mobile screen. We can touch the plane where we are obtaining the screen. All these things, they are real ones, so they are taken on screen. rays of light actually meet after reflection, because real image formed by reflection to rays of light actually meet. Rays of light actually meet. Taken, and the next one is, this one is always inverted. If you see the inverted image, it means that image 90% that image is a real image. Virtual image, just opposite to real image, unable to take on screen, like your image on your mirror, that is a virtual image. We are unable to touch and unable to see, touch, take that is image on screen. Clear? Not meet. Light rays not meet any point. They appear to meet. Light rays appear to meet. I forgot to write light rays. Appear, not actually. It's appear to meet. Clear? They are always erect, straight, like in your mirror. No? In your mirror, image is always erect. So these three things are considered under real image and virtual image difference, and always remember this plays an important role to judge that whether we are obtaining real image or virtual image by using plane mirror or the mirror. Sometimes in spherical mirror that we discuss in our next class, spherical mirrors produce real image, but they are we are they are having different properties. So all these things we discuss in class 8. You must see the videos of class 8, upcoming videos of class 8. Now uses of plane mirrors and all the things you know. Now we are going to discuss about colors. Basically, primary colors. Basically, there are three primary colors. They are red, green, and blue, RGB. They are known as RGB, red, green, blue. These are known as your primary color. All the other colors what we are observing, those colors are the mixture of these three primary color obtained by mixing these three. They are known as your secondary color. Secondary color means what? Secondary colors are the mixture of primary color. Primary color only. So hope this one is clear. These are the part of your art subject. Now the main part is your color subtraction. Our main part is color subtraction. Always remember that if we are observing this thing white, what does it means? It means it reflect all the colors. Color subtraction is a phenomena by which selective color reflection takes place from an object in the presence of white light is called color subtraction. Means if this is your black, so it has another meaning. It reflect no color, but it one is blue means what? It reflect, it absorb all the colors of the white light and but reflect only the blue color. As we know that white light is a combination of 7 colors. So about out in all these 7 colors, this blue color absorb all the colors and reflect only blue colors. So always remember that in color subtraction, only selected color reflected. Only selected color, only a desired color reflects in presence of white light. In presence of white light, color subtraction is this one. Then always remember, in color subtraction, what is the meaning of white color? White color having some different thing. Why anything this one looks white color? Because white color absorb all the colors. No, white colors absorbs no color. It reflects all the colors. So I'm writing over here. I'm using black ink so that you can easily see this one. No color is absorbed. All color is reflected. All, and these colors are colors of white light. And in case of black, just opposite to white. So these are the topics of your light energy of class 7. For next discussion, like formation of shadow and some lenses, we discuss in class 8. So till then, view the videos, try to clear a concept. Thank you.